I'm Eric, and this is Chelsea's cat, Jelly. And I realized that I didn't really explain what's going on in the video while I was editing. So basically what happened is Carson, Porkchop, and I decided that we were going to make like kind of apocalyptic style weapons since the apocalypse is looming. And so this is like my backup plan if my main plan doesn't work out. So yeah, I'll get back to the video now. Say bye to Jelly. Hi, so we're doing that project thing for whatever. I'm just gonna maybe explain that later. So right now, I was gonna record myself walking up to the woods and cutting a bunch of barbed wire that was just left there by the people that own the property beforehand. I'm not gonna record it because it's in the middle of like it feels like a typhoon. So just letting you know. Cool. Alright, so I'm recording outside anyways, even though it's pretty windy. The woods is kind of sheltering us a little bit. But this is what I was talking about with the barbed wire being all over the place. Get off of my shoelace. These giant spools and shit that the previous owners just kind of left here. So I'm just gonna use it.
Nice.
Okay, so that's actually the end of one.
Okay.
So I'll just
that
cut
one
it
built
up
right
to the tree. If I can even get this one cut.
Yeah, you might have to use both hands on that.
There we go. Okay.
Alright, you got that piece.
That's one, and then I'll just get one more piece.
Alright.
I'm just trying to unhook them without
Gotcha.
So I'll get this one right here. One. This one I'm gonna get kind of long.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna flip and die. And there we go. Two pieces. Okay, so I have the barbed wire all cut out. The long piece I was carrying, I folded in half to carry it. Ended up snapping because it's so old and rusted, so hopefully it doesn't like pose a problem trying to bend it around a bat. But this is the bat I'm using. It's a tiny T-ball bat, but it was $2.50 at Walmart. So I bought like 6. And so yeah. Okay, so I pretty much have everything that I need here. I have the baseball bat. I know it's a ball peen hammer, but I'm sure it's going to be fine using that end. I'm starting with the smallest strip of barbed wire that I could find. I'm going to be wearing gloves. Just be safe. And then I have staples that I'm going to be using to staple it in there. This is kind of my first attempt. It's a pretty basic project. So I'm going to get started. Okay, so a problem we're dealing with is that the bat is trying to split as I'm hitting it. So we're gonna actually drill the holes before I put the staples in. So, yeah, we're just gonna get started on that. I'll make some headway and then I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I got it to be about here. I still have this big gap in the middle. But while I was working, a little bit of barbed wire snapped off, so I'm just gonna lay that over that gap there. So the tiny piece I was gonna use to cover that gap, it just shattered. So I'm going to compensate by putting screws through the baseball bat. My metal wall keeps sticking to the wall. This is a disc. I'm just really quick gonna put a little staple through here. Get that in there, and then work from there. So that's all the barbed wire I got right now. I'll check back in with the video when I figure out what I'm doing with the screws. Okay, so I have all the screws done through. Barbed wire is pretty much set. All I need to do is do something to add grip so this doesn't slip and cause somebody to get hurt. So I'm bringing back the duct tape, and don't ask me why there's like a tiny line that's not as used up. Don't know what happened there. So I rolled little strips of duct tape to kind of create like a grip that's going to be underneath. So I'm just going to wrap duct tape around, and hopefully they'll be grippy enough. Okay, so I got the handle all done. Used a lot of duct tape, but it's fine because now we got ourselves a spiked barb bat thing. Yeah.